Right, gentlemen. As a man, all you should ever be asking for is a fair shot. You shouldn't be asking for anything else. You should sit and say, I believe in my competence to the point where all I need is a fair chance. It's a world of men. You give me a fair chance, and I can do it. Give me a coin flip. I don't want anything more. I don't want anything less. The best the universe will ever give you is that fair chance. And if you're good enough as a man, and if you're prepared for it, then you can win. This reset with Donald Trump coming into power is a fair chance. It's a battleground that you stand a chance of winning within. It's not a guaranteed victory. It's not freed money. It's not the end of anything. It's the beginning of a fair game for the first time in a long time. Instead of it being rigged against you, it is now fair. And as a man, that should be all you ever ask for. You don't want to get away with crimes. You want a fair trial. You don't want to cheat. You want a fair game. So we're now entering a period where it is finally fair again. And the problem with fair, because there is a problem, there's no light without dark, is that fair games are brutal meritocracies in which those who have prepared, those who work the hardest, those who are better than the others are going to ruthlessly excel. Let's think about what the liberals and what the left actually want. They want to stop the game from being fair so that the losers have a chance to catch up with the winners. That's what diversity hires are. That's what all this social programs and social housing is. That's what an open border is. They want to just bring in all these people who don't have the skills, the qualifications, the capabilities, for whatever reason, whether it's their own fault, whether they're unfortunate, and they want to try and level the playing field. They deliberately aim to skewer the game so it's no longer fair. The other team, the team who's just won, wants a fair battlefield. And that means that the winners are going to win better than ever before. I am happy when I look at a fair battlefield because I know I'm going to win more than I've ever won. You know, when I was poor, they used to say, if you're rich, you can avoid taxes. And I used to hear people say, that's not fair. The rich should pay their taxes. And I thought, that is a loser's mentality. Do you know what I thought? I thought, good. So I'll get rich and I won't have to pay the same taxes. I just set myself up to win. I was like, fine, if that's how it works, then I'll win the game. All we've ever wanted is a fair shot. If you're a fan of mine, if you're a man at home watching this, you've only ever wanted a fair shot, nothing more, nothing less. And that is what you're going to be given. You're not going to be given an instant victory. In fact, the game has just begun. Nothing has ended. It has just started. And it is your chance to prove you deserve the success and prosperity you've been dreaming of.
What was it you were saying about taxes?
Andrew and Tristan Tate face tax evasion case.
What was it you were just saying about not paying your taxes?
I didn't say I wouldn't pay them. I said I could do some advanced Aikido like every rich person does. I haven't broken any laws. And that's the exact point.
I have.
That is the exact point. So, gentlemen.
I didn't pay my taxes. England.
The point of this emergency meeting is an important mentality shift. My brother is a connoisseur on things history, so I'm going to ask him.
Sure.
Can you give an example in history? And I probably should have asked you this before the show so you could have looked super smart and versed. Perhaps you do know the answer. Where someone thought they won a battle, got complacent, and then was crushed. Like tortoise and the hare style.
It's happened to both Napoleon and Horatio Nelson, where victory was declared against them. Horatio Nelson, I believe it was in Denmark or Norway or something. The battle was officially pronounced lost by his side, and then they won it back. The same with Napoleon. He famously won a battle. I can't remember which one it was, but it was declared won by the other team, and it was declared that the French had lost, and then he won the battle back later in the day. Which battle was that?
Let's find out. Let's give everyone a little
Which battle did Napoleon lose and then win? This is fucking. I need to ask ChatGPT.
Got to ask the Matrix directly.
Yeah.
You know? Can't escape it. So I have a strong suspicion. And guys, I want you to understand that Much like Trump is the guardian of the free world, I am the guardian of my students. And I'm inside of my own university all day, every day. Just like Elon is a billionaire who's inside SpaceX because he genuinely cares about putting rockets in space. I'm a billionaire who genuinely cares about his students making money inside the real world. I'm inside of the real world all day, every day, trying to teach the students.
Here you know what? I was correct. I did have an example, but it was the Battle of Marengo in his Italian campaign. He famously lost the battle. It was declared lost, and later on in the day, after the French had thought they'd been defeated, he fought it back with reinforcements.
So the Italians thought they won.
Yeah.
And they lost.
Yeah. And they declared victory, and they were celebrating it.
And that's the feeling I'm getting from the students inside of my university, and it's starting to worry me. I feel like everyone who's been fighting this culture war and living through this girl boss garbage for so long is now starting to feel like it's over. We've won. Trump is back. It's fine. What's happened is we have re-leveled the playing field. The game is once again fair, and it is there to be played and to be won. That is the situation we are in. Nothing has ended. Nothing has finished. It has only just begun. And I do not want to see complacency from all of you men at home who believe that somehow everything is finished and fine and the war is won. Because the woke mind virus, the insanity that the liberals perpetuate, will seep back into your reality. It will permeate through the veins of society unless it meets the unbreakable will of men, and men which are dominant enough to resist this Satanism. And you can only do that if you are physically, mentally, and financially strong. Just because we now have a fair playing field does not mean that the enemy is not going to try and attack again. And it does not mean you do not have work to do. In fact, you should feel motivated and inspired to work harder now than ever before because the game is now fair. The game will feel easy for the motivated. It's going to feel easier than ever before for those of you at home who are genuinely prepared to get rich. I can give you an example. Crypto's about to fucking blow. Everyone knows crypto's going to blow. Not only one coin, all of it. If you get any coin, it'll go up. They're going to replace the SEC. They're going to get a Bitcoin reserve for the USA. They're going to stop talking bad about crypto all the time. You do understand that Bitcoin's going to $200,000 minimum, and all the meme coins are going to the moon along with it. You can just go and buy any fucking random coin and win. You can buy Daddy Coin right now and guaranteed triple your money. Guaranteed. The problem is you need to have money to invest in the first place. This is the exact problem. So what I'm saying is the game's going to become easier. It is. Because we're no longer playing a rigged game that's against us. We're now playing a fair game. But if you're not going to play, if you're not going to make moves, you're still going to be crushed. And I'm concerned. Thanks. Cigarettes. Important. I'm concerned that guys are feeling like it's all won, it's all done. And also, there's going to be another huge pitfall that exists. And I'm going to admit it, guys. I indulged. I did it.
What'd you do?
I did it. I'm going to admit what I did.
What'd you do?
I trolled the libs.
You trolled the libs.
I trolled the libs.
You should go to jail.
And I did it flawlessly because I watched my own stream back and couldn't stop laughing. I was fucking hilarious. I am as funny as they come.
Straight to jail.
But guys, for the next 4 years, we control these jackasses. I don't want you to get caught in a spiral of achieving dopamine by calling fat people fat and retards retards. Because for some reason, that's very satisfying. Pointing out the pertinently obvious to these people and getting caught up in a dopamine spiral of lib trolling when truthfully they are going to win in the long run unless you spend these 4 years ignoring them like the fucking losers they are, focusing on yourself and improving your masculine characteristics to the point where you can resist the bullshit they try and use to enslave humanity in the future. You need to spend these 4 years building a wall to keep the zombie horde out. You do not need to laugh at the zombies from afar, saying ha 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 ha, while they walk very slowly in your direction. Do not get caught trolling libs. Fuck them. You know what the best thing you can do with libs? Ignore them. They don't matter in the real world. No one respects them. They only matter in their little Reddit forums. They only matter on the internet. As soon as shit hits the fan, everyone ignores them. They're nobodies. They're miserable. They're already in therapy. They're already on anxiety
they're suicidal.
meds. They're suicidal. They're sad. They're lonely. They're losers. Ignore them and win. Let's not focus on trolling the libs. I did it yesterday. I gave myself 1 day of unlimited lib trolling, and it felt great. Now, I'm back on point, and my primary objective is to become so financially formidable that when it comes to 2028 or 2032 or 2036, I can ensure not only do I give away Lamborghinis like I did before, not only do I help the right candidate by giving away cars and giving away thousands of dollars, giving away money, giving away things, I'm going to give away houses. I'll give away private fucking islands if that's what it takes to save the world. Yeah, hopefully we'll be in Mars by then.
Yeah, because what Elon was doing is he wasn't paying people to vote, which they accused him of doing, which is illegal. He was giving $1 million a day in a giveaway, essentially for people to join a PAC, or it's an email list, essentially, to get up-to-date Republican news. So people signed up, and he gave away $1 million every single day for like the last 50, 60 days. It's crazy. Hero. And I need to be that rich because I couldn't quite give away $1 million a day for 60 days without, having to cut back on some of my expenses.
Like cigars. Can you read the super chats?
Yeah, I can read the super chats. You said 1775 Coffee was the only one with balls to sponsor you. What kind of sponsor interests do you have, and how do I become one? Either way, thanks for the real world and the war room. God bless, friends. From Revoso. If you're in the war room, then
speak to Shadow.
Speak to Shadow. Speak to Shadow. Feed the kids. Cheers from the real world. $500. Isn't it cool that this person is inside of the real world, making enough money that they could sit here and click away $500 to put towards Tate Pledge?
When you're inside the real world, money's not real anymore.
Bro, do you remember how much $500 was? Bro. $500, a week and a half's work, just clicked away to give to a good cause.
And you can see where all the money is spent. We track all of it at TatePledge.com.
I turned 2K into 277K using the real world. Here's my student ID. Yeah, I'll interview you. I'll interview you. I'll put you on my Twitter. Let me take your student ID down. I'm going to get one of my guys to follow that up. Because I'd love to hear your story. I'd love to talk to you about it. And please don't tweet me coins that you want me to shout out. I'm not doing that. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much, guys. So, guys, once again, to repeat, the war is not won. The battlefield's now fair. The game's no longer rigged against you. You should be excited. You need to take all of that energy, that excitement you have, and dedicate it towards doubling down, towards working harder than ever before to save your bloodline and build a wall of resistance against the woke horde, because they are only regrouping. They have not gone away. These people have not learned a lesson. They've not changed their minds. They've not gone away. They're regrouping, and they're thinking of new ways to cheat, new ways to poison your children, new way to poison the education system, new ways to hijack the media, and they're going to come back and attack again. And it's only masculinity which is going to stand up against these people and resist them.
Yeah, I mean, to give you an example, I see a lot of young men celebrating. I'm celebrating the fact that Trump won the presidency, obviously. I love him. He's the best president ever. But if you suffered during the do I call them the Kamala years or the Biden years? If you suffered during the Biden years, if you got kicked out of your house and lost your job because you refused to get a vaccine, or you said something wrong, or you posted something on Facebook that was offensive and got fired and ended up a broke loser because the system was rigged against you, yeah, you haven't won anything yet. You're still a broke loser today. Trump's the president, but you're still a broke loser. But you're a broke loser who has a chance at, making something of yourself, fighting back, and not having the system rigged against you in any way. So
that's right.
Don't get caught up on success porn. It's like when a sports team wins. That sports team isn't paying your bills. You have to pay your own bills in America, but now America has a better leader, and hopefully your bills will be less. But you still got to fucking pay them. Don't get caught up with success porn. Don't think you're champion of the world and king of the world now. You, if you're listening, likely, are still broke.
The game's now fair. And Tristan's right. No success porn. Crypto's going to pump. Daddy's going to pump. The real world token is coming. You need to increase your power level inside of the real world. RNT, I'm going to pump that. Amazing things are coming. Beautiful things. 2025 will be a year where everyone who has dedicated themselves will get rich. In fact, if I were to say to you, it is impossible for you to fail. You must simply take action and you will win. Winning is guaranteed. If I had to say that to you, 2025 would be the year in which I say it. It's a nice even number, even though it's an odd number. I like it. I'm going to call it even. I've changed math. Yeah. It's 25. I like that number.
Nice round number.
Trump's in charge. Bitcoin's being widely adopted. Crypto's going to pump to the moon. I'm launching crypto initiatives that are guaranteeing all of my students become millionaires. This is the year where it is impossible to fail if you dedicate yourself, because for once the game is no longer rigged against you. For the first time in most of your adulthoods, a lot of you are younger than me. You weren't alive in 2016. You weren't around. You weren't cognizant. You weren't earning money. Your brain wasn't working. This is the first chance ever from January where the game will not be rigged against you, and you will see you've been playing on hard mode for so long that it's actually brutally easy. The problem is it is a meritocracy, and those of you who do not work will suffer worse than ever before. You're allowed to be anxious and a fat, lazy, broke loser under Kamala and their liberal garbage. In fact, it's encouraged. You are not allowed under a Trump administration. Yeah. You are not allowed in a meritocracy.
The culture has changed, and people will be calling you a loser if you're a loser. What I will say is... One second. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. I interrupted you.
A Matrix sneeze?
I interrupted you to pause you about a sneeze. That's not may or may not be happening.
So it's a Matrix sneeze.
Okay, it's a Matrix sneeze. The sneeze went away, and now I forgot what I was going to say.
So you admit it?
I admit it. I admit it. Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Yusuf, this picture. Carry on.
That's what I was going to say. If you do this right, if you use this 4 years, don't worry about what comes next. Trump can't be president again. Maybe it's going to be some shill. Maybe it's going to be some Democrat. Maybe it's going to be some woke leftist. Maybe it's going to be a psychopath again. Here's the thing. You only need 4 years. You only need to do it right and show up every day and not take a day off for 4 years. And if you do, your life will be fine. Believe me, there are some, probably 2000 and the first Trump era. I made enough money during that 4 years to live off for the rest of my life if I was more sensible with money and I didn't keep buying supercars and boats and cigars and thousands of dollars worth of suits every day. You only need 4 years. And then if America gets fucked up again and everything goes to shit again, you can just leave with all your money. You don't have to worry about the future. You have to worry about taking action now. You have to strike while the iron is hot. And if you squander this opportunity, when America becomes fucked up again, if it becomes fucked up again, you're going to really wish you hadn't.
You don't even need 4 years. You need a lot less than that.
Yeah, you need one.
So you're given a lot more time and chance than you're ever going to require or need.
Yeah, I mean, look at people who came out of nowhere. Look at some of the journeys of people like even Conor McGregor, completely unknown. 4 years later, is worth hundreds of millions. You know, it doesn't take a lifetime to get rich and successful and well known or famous or whatever it is your goals are.
I'm gonna adjust the camera and play you guys a meme, and this can be your future. Then I saved our entire bloodline because I locked in. This needs to be you.
Yeah.
This needs to be the future you. It's now or never. These 4 years are your chance. So I don't want any of you thinking that the battle is won, and I don't want any of you overly distracted by trolling retards. You can't fix the liberal mind because it is so attached to the idea that losing is winning. It is inversed directly. Up is down, left is right, losing is winning, bad is good, evil is somehow pure. They are inverted to the point where you can't use logic and you cannot convince them of anything. You can make fun of them and it's funny, but it is an indulgence. Yeah, it is dessert. It is something I do because I've already eaten my main meal of hard work and pain, and I've already made so much money that I'm allowed to troll the libs. I'm allowed to have big muscles purely because it pisses them off. I'm allowed to do that. You are not allowed to do that until you win, because we're going to need the winners in the future when the zombie horde reappears. Mm-hmm. The liberals are coming back. And we have to understand that this meritocracy is not, reinstalling the meritocracy is not an instant victory. In fact, it's a fair battlefield where the winners are going to win and the losers are going to lose.
Right, move over to Rumble. We're cutting the feed on X now. So find us exclusively at Rumble, rumble.com/Tate speech.
So I have some tweets here where I talk about getting what you deserve. And I want to just go through them quickly. Let's do one by one. Here, let's move them all. Let's see if this one goes like this. Bang. 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 That's fine. That fits. 3. There we go. Close enough. You do not deserve that which you do not appreciate. If you appreciate this level battlefield, this fair game in which you can make as much money as possible without being held back, without reins and constraints, it's easy mode. You know, when you're the best of the best, you have to perform on your worst day. If you're a sprinter or a professional fighter and you're due to have a race or a fight on the 15th of July, 2025, and the day rolls around and you have a cold, you're not allowed to lose because you have a cold, because nobody cares. They're not going to say he lost because they have a cold. They're going to say he lost. You have to be better than your enemy on your worst day, and they may be having their best day. This is the reality of life as a man. Now, you do not deserve what you don't appreciate. You need to appreciate this level battlefield, because the level battlefield is actually easy mode. You're never going to have an easier mode than a fair game as a full-grown man. Fair game's the best you can possibly hope for, because you're not a woman. You do not have pretty privilege. The universe does not want to give you things. Nobody feels sorry for you. Nobody cares about you. The best you can hope for is a fair shot. And a fair shot to me is easy mode, because I am the guy who's been out competing his opponents with a cold. I've been the guy who's been winning on hard mode. I've been the guy who stayed relevant and stayed rich in the face of the largest matrix attack any influencer has been faced to endure.
Yeah.
I've been to jail. They took my banks. They locked me in Romania. They told me to shut up. They rearrested me 3 times. They threatened me. They locked up my women. They locked up the people I care about. Here I am. I win when I'm outgunned, outnumbered. I win when the game is rigged against me. I'm the kind of guy you drop off in the middle of Antarctica, naked in the snow, expecting him to freeze to death. And then you come home to your little girlfriend and find her in bed with me. That's how I am, who I am. Nobody knows how I got off Antarctica. Nobody knows how I got your bitch. I just did it. I'm a fucking winner. When you give me... Please.
What are the police doing here? Check. Yeah. They're checking Avengers on house arrest. Don't worry, guys. I'm not going back to jail today. I don't think I'm going back to jail today. Maybe I am. They keep taking me back. Should I do some Tristan in silence, smoking a cigarette? Build the room up. Gain some interest. Yeah, no, I should do this, shouldn't I? Alright, let's do it. Wait, don't interrupt. I'm in a very important segment.
You're just smoking.
What do you mean? This is the most important part of the show. I went viral last time. Let's do an Andrew Sips coffee segment.
So a level fair game, a fair battlefield is easy mode. You're waiting for easy mode. You're waiting for the game to change so that you have the wins in your sails. That's not how it's ever going to be as a man. It's going to be the opposite. The best you can hope for is a calm sea with no wind, and you can row with your muscle, with physical power against the waves. The wind is no longer against you, but it's never going to turn and be in your sails. Easy mode is fair. That's the best you're ever going to hope for. So if I say you do not deserve that which you do not appreciate, if you do not appreciate a fair game, if you do not appreciate a fair shot, if you do not give your absolute best for these next few years, now that it's as fair as it's ever going to be, you don't appreciate the chance you've been given. And if you don't appreciate it, you don't deserve it. And you know what? It's kind of funny how the universe works, because if you don't try during these years due to a lack of appreciation, you don't deserve these good times. And if you don't level up as a man, increase your physical capabilities, increase your financial and mental fortitudes, if you do not have a rippling effect of masculinity throughout the culture, the woke zombies will take control quicker than if you did not. So it is funny how things are self-fulfilling prophecies. If you do not appreciate this time, you do not deserve this time, and this time will be snatched from you due to your own failures. Your own failures will directly correlate to the speed in which the woke mind virus reinfects society. It's amazing how things work. That's why it's so important you understand. The best thing you can do for Trump, for society, for your bloodline, for yourself, for humanity is for you to appreciate this chance and do your absolute best.
I'm going to admit to something here. I don't like. I speak to lots of people. I speak to lots of important people. And while the campaign was being run, I'm very quiet about who I know, and very quiet about who I speak to, because I understand there's some toxicity that comes with my name due to this Matrix attack and these false allegations. But who is that guy, Scott Pressler? That fucking hero from Pennsylvania. He moved to Pennsylvania, to a swing state, and personally registered to vote hundreds of thousands of people somehow, almost all by himself. That guy is someone who you should follow and you should learn from. But the power of Trump's fans and Trump supporters having money and having motivation and being dedicated is because if you have money, you can help. Scott Presser did this almost all by himself, but he did have some wealthy donors, including myself. I gave Scott Pressler $10,000 myself so he could get out there and kick ass the way that he did. So if I wasn't rich and successful, if everyone who likes Trump wasn't rich and successful, people wouldn't be able to campaign, people wouldn't be able to raise funds, people wouldn't be able to put TV adverts on, and he'll lose next time. So if you are a guy who's happy about this election result, you need to become the kind of person who can help people like Trump stay in charge in the future.
Absolutely. So once again, let's understand the mechanics here, gentlemen. If you appreciate this chance, you will use it. A fair shot is the best you're ever going to get as a man. You hope for a calm sea so that you can use muscles, rowing power, and through sheer exhaustion, you can outcompete the waves of the ocean itself. If you do not appreciate this chance, you will waste it, meaning you do not deserve it, and it will be snatched from you because you will not have the masculine agency or capability to preserve the good times against the zombie horde. The zombie horde has not learned its lesson, has not changed. The mind virus is going nowhere. These feminists are sitting around popping Adderall, trying to find a way to get back on television and convince the youth of the world today to vote in favor of insane fucking policies as long as they get their abortions. They are regrouping. Your enemy is preparing and rearming. They are reloading their weapons. Mocking them from afar may be entertaining, but it is not what's going to be important in 4 to 6 years from now. What is going to be important is that our students, our audience, people who understand the right side of history, have used these chances to become as powerful as ever before, because you are going to need that power. If you do not appreciate what you have, you do not deserve it, and the universe will snatch it from you.
There's a quote I like. I was searching through my messages this. I wrote this down the other day. It's a quote from Aristotle. It says, "Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution." I like that. It's never an accident.
You're never accidentally brilliant. If you ask a person in the gym, how'd you get so many muscles? His answer is never oops.
Yeah. Elon, how'd you get so rich and run so many businesses? Oops.
How did you put rockets in space? Oh, I don't know. Oops.
No.
It's never an accident.
High intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution.
You now have a fair playing field. It's extremely important that you use it. Next. If you don't solve today's problems, you will not earn the blessings of tomorrow's problems. Now, this is something that you're sitting here thinking, well, I don't want problems tomorrow. Let me explain to you as a man, problems never go away. You think if I just get this much money, my problems will be gone.
No.
If I just get my girlfriend to stop arguing with me, my problems will be gone.
No.
If I just fix this one issue, my problems will be gone.
No.
If Trump wins, my problems will be gone.
No.
It doesn't work that way. Life is a never-ending series of tests and battles. It is a long, if you are lucky, 80-year war, and there is battle to win every single day. If you manage to reach a stage of prosperity in which there is peace and serenity surrounding you, the best thing you can do is prepare for the future battle, because you can be certain, as sure as you are that the sun will rise, that a battle will come. In fact, my brother and I enjoyed one of these periods of peace and serenity just before our arrest. Do you remember sitting around the mansion in Dubai with our Bugatti, filming all that footage, saying how good life is with all those pretty girls and Bugattis and that big $100 million mansion? And I was doing podcasts saying that you only get 3 lives and they're going to put us in jail. Yep. And we started preparing to hide and shield our finances because we knew they're going to try and bankrupt us. And what happened?
Who said that? If you wish to live in peace, prepare for war. Who said that? That's a very famous quote. I think it's ancient Greek or Roman. Check who said that, Yusuf. And what he meant by that when he said, if you wish to live in peace, prepare for war. What he meant was, if you want to be the Roman Empire and live in a peaceful society, you need to have armies and forts and siege engines everywhere so people leave you the fuck alone. You have to be prepared to fight. I don't think Churchill said that. I think it's older than Churchill. I think it is. Anyway, it's a very true quote. And me and Andrew are always preparing for war.
Tomorrow's problems are guaranteed. But if you do not fix today's problems, you do not earn tomorrow's problems. Let me give you, guys, a quick example of a problem that I'm currently being forced to endure. There's a very large property purchase that I want to make inside of Japan.
Cicero.
I understand that Japan has an aging population and is currently going through a real estate crash. And I believe that in the long to medium term, that it will recover. I also like the idea of perhaps living in Tokyo one day. So I want to buy a Japanese property. I now have the problem of organizing a Japanese entity, a Japanese lawyer, a Japanese accountant, moving funds, and getting this Japanese property procured. If I did not deal with yesterday's problems or today's problems, I would not have the money to deal with tomorrow's problems, which is buying my Japanese penthouse. It is a problem. Every day is a problem. I have the problem of a beautiful woman who complains about dumb shit. Now, I get to enjoy that problem. Lucky me, because I'm the man that she wants. If I didn't go through yesterday's problems of winning fights and getting rich and becoming important, I would not have the problems today of arguing with her. That is how life works as a man. There is no way out of it. So unless you solve today's problems, you do not get tomorrow's problems, because problems in and of themselves are a blessing. There is nothing worse than living in the eternal still, the ether of insignificance, where you have no problems. Nothing is really wrong. Nothing is really right. The bus always turns up. You always get to go to Starbucks. Your wages always turn up after you make the coffees. You go home. Perhaps you do not have the big problems of jail. Perhaps you don't have the big problems of a Japanese penthouse. You don't have the problems, but you also do not have any innate chance. You don't have any tangible excitement in your life. Nothing is going to change. It is stagnation, which is destructive for the male soul. It's perhaps the most destructive thing. You need problems today so you're blessed with problems tomorrow, because if you change the way you look at a problem, it is always a blessing. I don't have to find a Japanese lawyer and start a Japanese company to buy a Japanese penthouse. I get. It's not have to. I get to. I get to find a Japanese lawyer. And I get to find a Japanese accountant, and I get to buy a Japanese penthouse. I don't have to deal with those complaining women. I get to deal with beautiful women that men adore, that men blow up their inboxes all day, every day, begging for a chance to talk to them.
Men would pay thousands for what I get for free.
And we know that as a fact.
Yeah, we know that.
So you must change your attitude towards problems and see them as a blessing. But if you do not get to enjoy today's problems and solve them, you're going to have no problems tomorrow. And I guarantee you that life you dream of with no problems doesn't exist, because if you ever do find that life, it is torturous. You know where you have very few problems? In a jail cell.
Jail, yeah.
Food turns up.
Yeah.
Bed's there.
Yep.
Bills paid.
Yep.
TV's on.
Don't need money.
No problems.
No problems.
You don't want that life. You want to not live in a zoo. There's a reason why animals die when they live in a zoo, because they have no problems. The food turns up, no predators, no enemies. They don't have to run away from the deforestation or the poachers. They just sit, lay around, wait to be fed, but they don't live as long as they do in the wild, because it is the problems that keep their soul alive. It is the problems, the fact they must hunt, the fact they must avoid their predators and enemies, the fact they have to avoid being poached. They have to change territory when the new alpha male moves in. They have to find somebody to mate with. They're not given somebody to mate with like they are in the zoo. They have to find something to mate with. That is what keeps the masculine spirit alive. That is what's so important. So you must enjoy today's problems. And problems you have today is that the meritocracy is going to come and highlight. It's going to highlight your lack of capabilities and highlight your insignificance. Guys, being a broke nobody during the liberal times is very different than being a broke nobody in the upcoming times. Because a whole bunch of people are going to start making a whole bunch of fucking money. Crypto's going to moon. Daddy's going to moon. Everyone on your street's going to have a Lambo. Are you going to be the only jackass without one? Nobody had one. It was fine. Now everyone has one but you. Do you understand that this fair battlefield are going to allow anybody with an ounce of testosterone to endlessly win? The competition is on. The pressure is on you higher than and harder than ever before. This is extremely important. So the problems you have today, be thankful for them. Work hard against them and solve them so you can enjoy problems tomorrow.
You know, I've got another historical quote that your speech reminded me of. When Napoleon was defeated and exiled to the island of Elba, and he was asked about it, this was before his final defeat, he said, "Yes, glory is fleeting, but obscurity is forever." And that's so completely true. The struggles of being a man at the top and having to fight all the battles of being a man at the top, yeah, it's difficult, it's hard, life kicks you down sometimes, but obscurity is forever. A lot of you listening, and a lot of people who you know will live their entire life, and a year after they died, you won't be able to find anything about them on fucking Google search. Nothing.
Next. As a man, you must earn your friends. The harder you work, the more important you become. The more important you are, the more important your friends will be. And important friends improve your life exponentially. They massively improve your life, important friends.
It's true.
Look how important the alliance between Trump and Elon has been.
Mm-hmm.
Why did that friend...
So this is the end of the video, and now I'm giving my own perspective, now I'm giving my own reaction, and I suggest you to listen to me and my commentary, because at the end of the day, it's not about what we learned from this video, but we also gonna talk about some other things. We're also gonna talk about out of the book. So must listen to my commentary, and let's have a nice conversation. Let's start the conversation without any waste of time. In this meeting, I learned that all we need is a fair chance. All we need is a fair opportunity. And we all got the opportunity to have a mobile phone. We all got the opportunity to have internet. We all got the opportunity, the ability to speak, the ability to walk. And I think that that's a fair chance. That's already a fair chance. How? How that's a fair chance? Because you know what to do exactly. You know what to do exactly. You can earn money by TikTok, by uploading videos on TikTok. You can earn money by TikTok live. You can earn money by uploading videos on YouTube. You can upload money by doing brand deals on Instagram. You can earn money by day trading. You can earn money by e-commerce. You can earn money by Shopify, coding, games, etc. There's so much things. There is so much things, man. You can be a live stream if you really work hard with patience. You just need to be impatient about it. You got an idea, you have a fair chance, take action, go, attack, bang your head against the wall until you win. Try again and again and again until you win. That's a fair chance. Having a mobile is fair chance. You know, someone said that I also want to start a YouTube channel, but I don't have a mobile phone. Like one of my cousins said that in order to start a YouTube channel, I want to have a super camera mobile, or I want to have a $200 to $300 cost of mobile, and that's make me so crazy, bro. How people think they already got a fair chance. I'm recording videos with my mom's phone. It costs us less than 100, and like it's a 5 years old mobile phone, and it's like, how can I explain? Like the panel is broken, the quality is low. You already got a fair chance. You got a better phone than me. Then why not you record video? Then why not you tell the world about yourself? Then why not you tell your dreams? You already got a fair chance. Then start it. Then start it. Then start it. You know, when I start, I didn't have a mic, but somebody in my Discord, one of my subscribers said that, "What mic do you use?" And I said that, "No, bro, I don't have money for mic, so I don't use mic." He said that, "I will buy for it." And he sent me €30 for this mic. And now I have a mic. That's how you can improve if you start. That's how if you take action. That's how you can improve slowly if you take action. You only need a fair chance, and you have a fair chance. This is how crazy it is. There is a lot of AI and so much opportunity nowadays. But years ago, Annotate got no opportunity. He got less opportunity than us. We got his quotes, we got a plenty of other quotes like Iman Gardzi or some other gurus. We got so much knowledge only on YouTube. We already have a fair chance. We just need to take action. We just need to dedicate ourselves until we win. We just need to bang our head against the wall until we win. We just need to try again and again and again and again until we win. Win or lose, doesn't matter. Just love try. We already have a fair chance. And the next thing I learned from this video is, don't have a loser mentality. Don't have a loser mentality. I'm recording my third video of the day. My mouth's hurt, but I'm still walking and I'm motivating you to work hard because nobody gives a shit about you. Maybe you feel tired, maybe you feel demotivated, and who cares? Don't have a loser mentality that, oh, I may start this, but what if I lose? What if I lose? A lot of people, like I used to be the person who said that, what if it doesn't work out? What if it does work out? Or what if I lose? You already thinking about losing before you start a thing. Then you're definitely gonna lose. Manipulate your mind in order to think that you are a winner. Manipulate your mind in order to think that you are going to win. No matter what happened, win or lose, that doesn't matter. That's a loser mentality who loves win. That a loser mentality who don't want to lose. You just need to try and try and try until you win. I just started a second channel. I will leave the link in the description and also in the pinned comment. I will also leave the link of my Discord server in the description. And must subscribe to my second channel. I upload videos with consistency on the second channel, and I got almost no views. I got no views, and I decided to monetize it in a week. How? But I'm still trying again and again and again until I win. I'm uploading videos daily, 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 daily. I'm uploading videos with consistency until one of my video got viral and my channel got monetized. The only thing you need to have is winner mentality. It's all about mindset. Sometimes it's all about mindset because a lot of people all they think about is, what if I lose? I don't care about it. Like they already trained their mind to be the loser. They already trained their mind to lose. If you are going to win, if you manipulate your mind that I'm going to win, losing is nothing, winning is nothing. I'm just going to try and I'm going to win soon, or I'm just going to try and I just don't care about winning and losing. At the end of the day, you know what's going to happen. Win, because you manipulate your mind to win, because you trained your mind to win. That's it. Let's talk about the third thing I learned from this emergency meeting, and that's, you need to have money to win. You need, damn, that's so hard. You need to have money to win. You need to have money to win. You need to have money to win. Guys, I often talk about this, that making money is hard in this generation, and multiplying money is damn easy. How? And what I mean by, you need to have money in order to win, because maybe you want to buy some real estate, maybe you want to buy some Bitcoin, maybe you want to buy some gold, maybe you want to buy some stocks as an investment, and maybe you you stuck between winning and losing. What if the stock prices fell down? What if the market crash? Oh, I'm so gay. Ha 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 ha. I'm so scared of losing. I only want to win like a little baby. Ha ha ha. No. Go out, do some real shit, earn money, and then invest in different things. Then you just don't care about losing. Like for example, we have Alex, and Alex is doing e-commerce. He earns a bunch of money from e-commerce. He earns a 10k last month, a 10k dollars last month, and he decided to invest 5k of his earning into Bitcoin or into real estate or something else, into crypto. And he spent 5k on himself, and he earns more, and he earns 20k in the next month from e-commerce. Do you really think Alex gonna care about his his 5k investment on Bitcoin? How funny it is, man. You all know the answer. You need money to win. If you have money, productive people, winners, rich people gonna come to you and talk to you because you are already rich. Money doesn't come to the people who are broke. Money only comes to the people who are already rich. It is, say what it is. And there are some brokies who don't know how to work hard. You know, I literally laugh at brokies. I literally laugh at losers because when I was that is I'm telling you the serious shit. I'm telling you guys the serious shit that happened to me. When I was 15 years old, I started day trading, and I only got $3 per month as a pocket money. I was in school back then, and I the minimum deposit was $10. So I decided to save my 3 months of pocket money and then invest into day trading. And I was learning about it, and I lose again and again. Like this is a cycle. I save 3 months of saving, I invest, I lose. I save 3 months of saving, I invest, I lose. I literally skip my lunch money. I literally skip my lunch pocket money to invest in trading, and I lose. And you know what the world sees me? You know what? Instead of cheering me up, instead of saying that it's okay, keep it up, and it's okay, boy, it's okay, boy, keep it up, it's okay, failing is okay, losing is okay, just work hard, I support you, just work hard. Instead of doing or saying these things to me, they laugh at me like this. Ah, he's a fucking loser, he lose money in his trading. Ah, bro, what the fuck are you saying? I lose 3 months of saving in a week. I stop eating lunch and to decide to save money for my trading, and I lose 3 months of my whole saving in a week, and you are laughing at me that I am a loser. You are saying I'm a fucking loser. You are laughing at me. Why? And I know a guy who said that people earn a lot of money from trading. Why you are still stuck? It's been a 4 years I'm doing day trading. And they said that people prints a lot of money, people earn a lot of money, and you can't earn $100 from it? Huh? $100 from it? Huh? Everyone has their own journey. And this shit is so hard, it takes time. A lot of guys are into trading, and literally I'm saying this, it's the hardest thing you can do. It's the hardest thing you can do. So People gonna laugh at you if you don't have money. I'm truly saying that. My friends, my cousins, my uncle, everyone makes fun of me. Every fucking guy make fun of me. The only 2% who doesn't make fun of me is my best friend and one special person. These 2% doesn't make fun of me that you are losing money. They just said that, yeah, keep going. I believe in you that one day you're going to be successful in life and change your life. And it's almost a blessing to have this person in your life. It's almost a blessing to have that sporty person who believes in you before you winning. The point is, the world doesn't give a shit about you if you're a loser. They only gonna praise the winners. They only gonna care about rich people. They doesn't care about poor people. The world is so evil. They doesn't care about poor people. They doesn't care about losers. So don't be a fucking loser. Don't be depressed. Don't be fucking depressed. When people laugh at me, when I the same 1 year back in time. 1 year ago, I used to go to my uncle's shop to earn $0.8. $0.8 for 3 hours of work. And the work was really hard. I go to the shop in summers, in hot weather. I go to the summer in cold weather, winter, and when the cold wind is blowing, I was feeling so I was feeling like so disgusting. I hate going to the shop, and yeah, nobody gives a shit about your struggle until you win. Nobody gives a shit about your struggle until you win, and there is no proof that you struggled hard. There is no proof that you really try hard if you didn't win in your life. That's it. God bless you guys. The world is evil. Don't trust anyone, and don't give a shit about everyone. Only cares about winners. Only do care about your family. Shh. I mean, stop it, man. Only care about your girlfriend. Only care about your wife or wife. Like, yeah, only care about your wife, your family, your brothers, and only care about you. The world is so evil. Don't trust the world.